In the vibrant coastal city of Lomé, Togo, Ama Kofi ran a small bakery on a busy street near the Grand Marché. Her pastries, infused with local flavors like coconut and mango, were the talk of the neighborhood. Ama, a striking young woman with dreams of owning a chain of bakeries, poured her heart into her craft, determined to rise above her modest beginnings. Her boyfriend, Kasi, was a compassionate nurse completing his national service at a local clinic. They met at a beach festival, where Kosi's gentle demeanor and quick wit charmed Ama. For 10 months, Kasi was her rock, spending evenings in the bakery, helping her knead dough, clean ovens, and even sharing his small stipend to buy ingredients. He proudly handed out Ama's pastries to colleagues, spreading word of her talent, which brought a steady stream of customers. Kasi's unwavering support made Ama believe in her dreams more than ever. He was the kind of partner any woman would cherish, and Ama knew it. One sweltering afternoon, Ama sat in her bakery, staring at a stack of unpaid bills. Rent for the shop was overdue, flour prices had spiked, and her savings were nearly gone. Despair crept in as she imagined losing everything she'd built. When Kasi arrived, he found her slumped over the counter, eyes red. "What's wrong, Ama?" he asked, his voice soft with concern. She confessed her struggles: the looming eviction, the slow business, the fear of failure. "The landlord, Mr. Mensah, is demanding the rent, and I have nothing left," she said, voice breaking. Kasi, ever practical, offered to speak to Mr. Mensah and beg for an extension. But that afternoon when he met the landlord, the conversation took a vile turn. Mr. Mensah, a wealthy man with a predatory glint, made a shocking offer. "Spend one night with me and I'll wipe Ama's debt clean. She can keep the shop rent-free for a year." Kasi was appalled, his dignity stung. He stormed out and told Ama everything. To his horror, Ama's face hardened, not with anger at Mr. Mensah, but at him. "Why didn't you agree?" she shouted. "It's just one night, Kasi. Do you know what this shop means to me? You could save everything." Kasi's heart sank. "You're asking me to do that? Ama, how can you even suggest it?" "If I were in your shoes, I'd do anything to protect your dreams," she retorted. "Just do it, Kasi. It's not a big deal." She turned away, leaving him stunned. That evening, Kasi sat alone in his small rented room, grappling with Ama's words. Her suggestion felt like a betrayal of their love. Desperate to help, he called her and proposed a solution. "Move in with me, Ama. We can share my place and work through this together." Ama's response was icy. "Your cramped room? I'm not reducing myself to that, Kasi." She hung up, leaving him in tears. As his phone buzzed, Kasi ignored a call from Essie, a wealthy doctor he'd met at the clinic. She had shown interest in him, but Kasi, devoted to Ama, had kept her at arm's length. Now, with his heart heavy, he answered her call, voice trembling, and asked for a loan to cover Ama's rent. Essie sent the money instantly. Relieved, Kasi withdrew the cash and rushed to the bakery, only to find Ama laughing with a glamorous man named Adjo. Adjo, dripping in designer clothes, was clearly wealthy. Kasi's stomach churned as he approached, clutching the envelope of money. Ama barely looked at him. "What do you want, Kasi?" she said, arm around Adjo. "I'm busy." Adjo smirked, sizing Kasi up. "Who's this nobody?" he asked, his tone cutting. Kasi tried to explain, but Ama waved him off. "Adjo's my future now," she said, kissing Adjo in front of him. "He's giving me everything you can't." Devastated, Kasi dropped the envelope and ran out, tears streaming. He locked himself in his room, replaying Ama's cruelty, his love for her crumbling. In the quiet of his room, Kasi remembered a starry night at the bakery. Ama had held his hand, flour dusting her cheeks, and whispered, "Kasi, when I make it big, I'll open a bakery for us. You'll never have to worry again." They'd laughed, dreaming of a future together, and kissed under the moonlight. Now those memories stung. Determined to understand her betrayal, Kasi visited Ama's apartment the next morning. Adjo answered, wearing Ama's robe, his expression smug. "What are you doing here?" he snapped. Kasi pleaded to speak with Ama, but she dismissed him coldly. "We're done, Kasi. Take your money and leave." She tossed the envelope back, laughing. Ajo paid off the bakery and more. He's my ticket to the top. Before Kasi could respond, Ajo slapped him across the face. Stay away from my woman, he hissed. You're nothing. Humiliated, Kasi stumbled away as Ajo threw his belongings from Ama's place onto the street. A light rain began to fall, mirroring his sorrow, as he gathered his things and walked home. By the roadside, a car pulled up. It was Isi, her face full of concern. Kasi, what happened? She asked, opening the door. Sobbing, Kasi poured out his heartless love for Amma, his sacrifices, her betrayal. Essie listened, her jaw tight. You deserve better, she said softly. Amma will regret this, but I hope you're long gone when she does. She drove him home, promising to check on him. Alone, Kasi wrestled with his lingering love for Amma and the pain of her actions. Meanwhile, Amma reveled in her new life with Ajo, who showered her with gifts: a sleek car, a renovated bakery, and a lavish lifestyle. Amma flaunted her wealth online, basking in Lomé's admiration. One day, Ajo announced a trip to Accra for an elite gala. Amma, dazzled, joined him. At the airport, she saw Kosi, heading to a medical conference. He carried himself with quiet strength, his eyes brighter than she remembered. A flicker of doubt hit Amma, but she dismissed it, clinging to Ajo's promises. In Accra, Amma mingled with tycoons and celebrities, far from her humble bakery. She was truly living it up. But when Ajo left for an urgent meeting, Amma returned to Lomé alone. At the bakery, police awaited, arresting her for money laundering. Unbeknownst to Amma, Ajo had used her business as a front for illegal transactions, registering companies in Amma's name and funneling dirty money through her accounts. At the station, Amma faced stacks of documents with her signature bank transfers, fake invoices, cartel links. Ajo had vanished, leaving Amma to face the consequences. Her cars, bakery, and reputation were gone. Convicted, she was sent to prison. In her cell, Amma's thoughts turned to Kossuth man who loved her when she had nothing. She recalled his pain when she'd pushed him toward the landlord, and the hurt in his eyes when she chose Ajo. Desperate, she tried calling him from prison, but his number was disconnected. Her regret grew, heavier than the chains around her. 2 years later, Ajo was caught in an international sting. His confession cleared Amma's name, and she was released. But freedom was hollow. She'd lost her bakery, her reputation, everything. Amma returned to her village outside Lomé, living with her aging father. One day, visiting a cousin, Amma saw a wedding program with Kosi's face. Her cousin revealed Kosi was the son of a prominent Togolese politician, a fact he'd hidden to live humbly during his service. He'd married Essie, now a renowned surgeon, and they ran a health foundation for rural communities. Amma's heart broke. The man she'd dismissed was now celebrated, loved, and thriving. Kosi had been more than she ever realized. Amma lived quietly in her village, haunted by her choices. Her greed and betrayal had cost her everything, while Kosi's integrity elevated him. Kosi and Essie built a life of purpose, never looking back. The lesson is stark. True love outweighs fleeting wealth. Pride blinds, but humility reveals true worth. Amma learned too late that the one you betray today may become the one you can never reach again.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in our next video.